Hey, what's up, everyone?
Hey, thanks for having me. This is Generation Unified.
You just went all the way off the script, like, what was that?
I'm Isaiah.
And I'm Darius.
We're two U.S. Youth Ambassadors from David Butler High School in Charlotte, North Carolina. You might be wondering, how are y'all leaders? You're so young.
We sure are. We're only sophomores, but that doesn't mean that we can't lead.
There are so many young people around the country that are in the role of leadership.
Our friends and other youth ambassadors are just a few examples. U.S. Youth Ambassadors are just a few of the youth leaders with and without intellectual disabilities leading the world into a more inclusive place.
You can be a leader too.
We're here to share with you how we have learned to lead.
Learning to lead is so important.
For starters, the world is always in need of new and diverse leaders with fresh and unique ideas.
True. The learning part is really important too.
We don't just wake up as leaders. First, we have to realize our goals and purpose. We have to develop the skills, and we have to figure out our styles.
Without this knowledge, there can be no power. Without the power, there is no change, which is a metaphorical fact.
Are you ready to make change with us?
Are you ready to lead the world into a more inclusive future?
Are you ready to press pause and subscribe to our YouTube channel? Yeah.
Press pause right now.
Good.
Subscribe today. Our first tip, identify strong role models you look up to. Think about the leaders in your life and pay attention to how they lead.
What makes them a great leader? What do they say and how do they say it? What actions do they take? How do they make others feel?
The answers to these questions can help you figure out how you can lead, how you want to lead.
For example, my parents are the leaders I look up to. I aspire to be like them because they started with nothing and they worked hard and met their goals. They taught me about setting goals and working hard. I have academic goals, leadership goals, and even fitness goals.
My brother has been through a lot and doesn't let things hold him back. He perseveres. I've tried to do the same. He really leads by example.
Our second tip, practice, practice, practice. Each time we set a new goal is another opportunity to improve. I practice setting goals by making SMART goals and tracking my progress. This means I make my goals specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. I have some goals I try to accomplish in 2 months, then I have some I work on for a year. Regardless of how long it takes to achieve my goal, I'm constantly looking back at them to make sure I'm on track.
Remember, we don't wake up as leaders. There isn't just one type of leader. When we discover leadership styles, we need to put them into action. We try them out and can change up to see what feels right for us.
This is the only way we will become comfortable and stay impactful.
If you're a more outgoing leader, one small thing you can do is start connecting with more people.
Like Sammy, a student leader from Warren High School in Southern California.
He connects with others just by waving and saying hi to everyone he can.
And clearly, this makes an impact because students at his school follow along and do the same. People feel seen and valued.
You can also practice being a leader and finding your style in other ways.
Next time you're with a smaller group, try finding a role that matches your leadership style. You can show you're a leader by helping get the group organized, encouraging your fellow members, or even just offering support.
You may find that some leadership skills come more naturally to you. See what works and doesn't work for you. Or you find out what skills you can work on. In the future, you can apply these skills in a bigger way.
One big part of learning to lead is failing. As leaders, we don't like to fail, especially when others are relying on us. As we learn to lead, we need to take ownership of our actions. What we're gonna do is you and your partner are gonna learn how to throw. If something doesn't work out, own up to it and find a way to do better. Taking ownership is being a leader in itself.
Be sure to listen to your group members or your teammates. Feedback, ask them how you can be better. Think of ways you can take your suggestions and turn them into actions.
Or take time and sit by yourself and journal or think about the outcome. Ask yourself different questions like, what didn't go well? Why? How can I do things differently next time?
But try not to get too stuck on the negative. We only reflect on it so we can get better.
You've heard from us and you've seen us lead, so now we want to see you grow into the next leader.
Continue to learn from rising inclusive leaders like our fellow youth ambassadors.
Find the Unified Generation on TikTok at Unified Generation.
Or search for us on Instagram at SO North America.
You'll find role models, tips, and inspiration, and a supportive community. Join us. Remember, We need new leaders with all different types of backgrounds and experiences. If we continue to have the same people, we will have the same ideas.
But with fresh leaders of different ages, genders, races, and more, come different thinking styles and ideas.
And this is what helps us grow. Thanks for learning to lead with us. See you later.
Goodbye.